Well, in the previous session, we have discussed the consistency of system of linear equations. Now, in this session, we'll proceed to find the solution of system of linear equations. We have taken a problem, a word problem for NCERT textbook so that we can develop an algorithm to do the general questions with the help of matrices and determinants. See, if you are given a word problem, there are certain steps which we must follow. The first step is we are to define the variables, because in the word problems the variables are not given, so we are to introduce the variables. Then we formulate the linear equations. Let's talk about the last question of the exercise 4.6 that says the cost of 4 kg onion, 3 kg wheat and 2 kg rice is rupees 60. The cost of 2 kg onion, 4 kg wheat and 6 kg rice is rupees 90. The cost of 6 kg onion, 2 kg wheat and 3 kg rice is rupees 70. Find the cost of each item per kg by matrix method. So here we can observe there are three commodities, three variables are to be introduced and three linear equations are given in terms of the cost of the commodities given. So first of all, what we do is we introduce the variables. So what we do, let the cost of per kg onion, the first commodity, wheat and rice are x, y and z respectively. Now after defining variable, what we do, we formulate the linear equations. We are given that the price of 4 kg of onion, 3 kg of wheat and 2 kg of rice is rupees 60. So price of 1 kg of onion is x, so price of 4 kg will be 4 times of x. Price of 1 kg of wheat is y, so 3 kg is 3y. In the similar way, price of 1 kg of rice is rupees z, so price of 2 kg will obviously be 2z. So 4x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 60. That is the first sentence of the question. The cost of 4 kg onion, 3 kg wheat and 2 kg rice is rupees 60. Similarly, the cost of 2 kg onion, 4 kg wheat and 6 kg rice is rupees 90. Again we are given the price of 6 kg onion, 2 kg wheat and 3 kg of rice is rupees 70. So we have formulated the linear equations. Well, if you are not given a word problem, that means you are given this step. You are already given the 2 or 3 equations. If there are 2 variables, then 2 equations will be given. If there are 3 variables, then 3 equations will be given. And in word problem, we are to define the variables and formulate the linear equation. After doing this, we write it in matrix form as we done in the previous session. How we do is, first of all, we prepare the coefficient matrix, coefficient with sign. Here all are positive, so 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. The coefficient of x, y, z in second equation will be written in second row, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. And the column of variables, the column matrix of variables x, y, z, and in the right hand side we write the constants on right hand side in a column matrix. If we take this matrix as A, this one is capital X and this one as B, then this can be written as AX is equal to B. So we write the matrix form of the equation which gives us X is equal to A inverse B. On pre-multiplying both the sides with A inverse, we get X is equal to A inverse B, which gives us X is equal to A inverse B. Now the story begins. You need A inverse. And A inverse is nothing but 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. So we need to find determinant A and adjoint A. See, before proceeding anymore, first of all we must find the value of determinant A so that we can decide whether A is invertible or not, that is the system is consistent or not. So first of all, now we have taken this as A, this we have defined as X and this we have defined as B. Now we find the value of determinant A, because X is equal to A inverse B, A inverse is 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. So we find determinant A so that we can proceed, so that we can find the system is consistent or not. And here in each and every case where we are to find the solutions, determinant A will always be non-zero. That is, the system will be consistent. Then only we can find the solution. So here we find the value of determinant A. 4 times of 4 3 is 12 minus 12 minus 3 times of 6 minus 36 plus 2 times of 4 minus 24, that gives us 50, which is not equal to 0. Since determinant A is not equal to 0, so A inverse exists. Now we are to find the adjoint A. For adjoint A, what is adjoint A? The transpose of cofactor matrix. That means we need the cofactors of all the elements. Now we find the cofactors of each and every element. How we must do is, we must write the cofactors of first row in one line and of the next one in second line in the next one, and the cofactors of the next row in the third line, so that we can quickly write this 0 30 minus 20, 0 30 minus 20, minus 5 0 10, minus 5 0 10, 10 minus 20 10, 10 minus 20 10. Now we must practice on finding the cofactors of the elements. How we must do is, this is 1 plus 1, 2, minus 1 raised to I plus j times of minor of mij. The cofactor is given as minor is multiplied by minus 1 raised to I plus j. The sum of I plus j is even number, so positive. Sum of this is odd number, so minus 1 raised to odd number is negative. So what we do is, suppose I need to find this cofactor. This is 3 2, third row, second column. So 3 2, I'll put a negative sign, 3 plus 2, and I'll put a bracket. Now eliminate this row and this column. So 4 6 24 minus 4. 24 minus 4, that is 20 minus 20. In the same way, so we'll put the sign first, then we'll put a bracket and we'll solve, and in the next step we'll write the final value of this cofactor. This must be done in 3 lines only, otherwise it will waste a lot of time and energy. This part we are to practice on. We have to find the cofactor of this. What we'll do, 3 3 position, we'll put a positive sign. Now this is 4 4 is 16 minus 6, 16 minus 6 is 10. I have to find the cofactor of this. So this has 1 3 position, 1 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, that is why I'll put a positive sign. Now eliminate this row and column. We have 4 minus 24, that is minus 20. Likewise we'll find all the 9 cofactors. Now the cofactor matrix is given by just 0 30 minus 20, 0 30 minus 20, minus 5 0 10, minus 5 0 10, 10 minus 20 10, 10 minus 20 10. Now adjoint A is, we need A inverse. For that, 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. Adjoint A is transpose of cofactor matrix. Transposing is not about rotating but interchanging rows and columns. This must be on your mind. See, the first column now becomes the first row, the second column 30 0 minus 20 will become the second row, the third column will become the third row, or the first row becomes first column, second one, and vice versa. So this is adjoint A. Now A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A, 1 upon determinant A. Determinant A is equal to 50. So 1 upon 50, this is, here one point must be there on our mind. Avoid dividing each element here by determinant A, because if you divide each and every term by 50, then almost all the elements of this matrix will be fractions, and the calculation in fractions is a bit tougher than integers. So what we do is, we do not divide, we avoid dividing each element here by determinant A. It is better to divide in the last step. When we multiply this into this, finally this, now in the last step we divide each and every element by 50 to avoid calculation mistakes, to avoid, otherwise the question will be lengthy and it will take a bit more time. So here avoid dividing. So what we have done is we have defined variable, we have formulated linear equations, we have written it in matrix form. To solve we need A inverse. For A inverse we need 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. Determinant A must be non-zero, then only we will proceed. And now we find the adjoint A. For adjoint A we need the cofactors of each and every element. We return the cofactors. Now the adjoint A is given as the transpose of cofactor matrix. Finally we have got A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. After getting the value of A inverse, we proceed to equation 1. From equation 1 we have Ax is equal to B. If we pre-multiply both the sides by A inverse, mind it, you cannot write here B A inverse because B A inverse is not defined. See, B A inverse is not defined. The order of B is 3 by 1. 3 by 1. And the order of A inverse is 3 by 3. This product is not defined because this is not matching. Actually, we are to pre-multiply both the sides. So this will give A inverse into Ax is equal to A inverse into B. A inverse A is I. So Ix is equal to A inverse B. That is I into X is X. X is equal to A inverse B. So please mind it. Do not make any mistake. This must be written as X is equal to A inverse into B, not B into A inverse. Okay. Now just put the value in this. X is XYZ. We have taken X. A inverse is 1 upon 50 times of this. 1 upon 50 times of this. And B is this 60, 90, 70. Now multiply this. So first row will multiply by first column. Sum 0 into 60 plus minus 5 into 90 plus 10 into 70. Third, in the second row we'll write 30 into 60 plus 0 into 90 plus minus 20 into 70. In the same way, in the third row, this into this plus this into this plus this into this. Now this is 0 minus 450 plus 700. 700 minus 450 is 250. Likewise, this is 400, 400. Now we haven't divided it here. We avoided dividing it here because now you can see we can easily divide this each and every term of this matrix. So now we divide each and every term by 50. So 250 by 50 is 5, 400 by 50 is 8 and 400 by 50 is 8. On comparing we get these two matrices are equal. So on comparing the corresponding elements we get X is equal to 5, Y is equal to 8, Z is equal to 8. X is equal to 5, Y is equal to 8 and Z is equal to 8. See, this was a word problem. There wasn't any variable in the question. We have introduced the variable, so we are to answer in terms of regional questions. So we must write the concluding line, that is hence the cost of per kg of onion is rupees 5, the per kg of wheat is rupees 8 and the cost of per kg rice is rupees 8. That is how we do the solve the system of linear equations. Let's have a look again. What we do, we define variable x, y, z, then we formulate the linear equations. After formulating the linear equations, we write it in matrix form. After writing it in matrix form, we are to find A inverse. For that, we must, first of all, we must find the value of determinant A. Determinant A should not be 0. Since determinant A is not equal to 0, so A inverse exists and the unique solution is there. Now, to find adjoint A, what we do? We find all the cofactors. We write the cofactor matrix. The transpose of cofactor matrix is adjoint A. Adjoint A is divided by determinant A. That we have done. We have found A inverse in the previous exercises. So now finally Ax is equal to B will give us X is equal to A inverse B. We put A inverse. Avoid dividing here with each and every term by determinant A. Now on comparing the corresponding elements, we get the value of x, y, z, and since it was a word problem, so the answer must be there in words. That is how we choose. So find determinant A, it is not equal to 0, so it is invertible, so unique solution exists. Then we write all the cofactors. If it is a system of linear equation involving two variables, so there will be two equations, so there will be 4 cofactors. Here it was having 3 variables and 3 equations, so there were 9 cofactors that will make a square matrix invertible so that we can find the solution. After that we find adjoint A. Adjoint A is nothing but the transpose of cofactor matrix. Then we write A inverse and here avoid dividing each and every term by determinant A because it will make the process lengthy. We'll let it be as it is, and in the last step we'll divide by determinant A. Well, now we have x is equal to A inverse B. On comparing, we get the value of x, y, z, and if it is a word problem, then what we do is we write the answer in words. Now let's take some more problems to make the concept clearer. Well, to make the concept more clearer, we take one more problem from NCERT exercise 4.6, question number 11. In this question, we can see that some of the coefficients are negative, and in the right hand side, the constant is in fractions. Also, in the third equation is actually 3y minus 5z is equal to 9. That means x is absent. So we write 0x plus 3y. So 0x plus 3y minus 5z is equal to 9. So we have the system of linear equations. Now we write the coefficient matrix, that is 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1. Then 1 minus 2 minus 1. 1 minus 2 minus 1. 0, 3 minus 5. 0, 3 minus 5. And the column matrix of variables x, y, z, and the column matrix of constants 1, 3 by 2, 9. Now if we assume this as A, this is capital X, and this as B, then it is AX is equal to B, where A is equal to this matrix and BX is equal to the column matrix of variables and B is the column matrix of constants. Now the solution is x is equal to A inverse B. A inverse actually is 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. So first of all we find determinant A. If determinant A is not equal to 0, then the inverse exists. So first of all we find the value of determinant A. 2 times of plus 10 plus 3. Plus 10 plus 3 minus 1 times of, eliminate this, minus 5 minus 0. Plus 1 time of 3 minus 0. That is 26 plus 5 plus 3. That is equal to 34. Which is not equal to 0, so A inverse exists, and the solution of linear equations, so the system of linear equation exists and a unique solution exists. Now to find adjoint A, what we need? We need the cofactors. So now we write all the cofactors, all the 9 cofactors of all the A11, A12, and we write the cofactors of all the elements. Now adjoint A is actually transpose of cofactor matrix. Transpose of cofactor matrix. Now, transpose of cofactors are here 13, 5, 3. 13, 5, 3. 8 minus 10 minus 6. 8 minus 10 minus 6. 1, 3 minus 5. 1, 3 minus 5. Now we take the transpose. The first row becomes the first column. The second row becomes the second column. And the third row becomes the third column. So this is adjoint A. Now A inverse is, the formula is 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A, and the value of determinant A is 34. So 1 upon 34 times of adjoint A, 13, 8, 1. 5 minus 10, 3. 3 minus 6 minus 5. Now from equation 1 we have the solution, x is equal to A inverse B. Right? Now we put the value of x, that is x, y, z, column matrix. A inverse is 1 upon 34 times of this matrix, and the B matrix is 1, 3 by 2, 9. Now avoid dividing here by determinant A. We will divide with determinant A in the last step only. Right? That will make the calculation easy. So now we multiply this matrix with this. 13 into 1 plus 8 into 3 by 2 plus 1 into 9. 5 into 1. Minus 10 into 3 by 2 plus 3 into 9. Likewise 3 into 1 plus minus 6 into 3 by 2 plus minus 5 into 9. This gives us 13 plus 4 3 ja, 4 3 ja 12. 13 plus 12 plus 1 9 ja 9. That is 13, 12, 34, right? And 5 minus 15 plus 27, and then 3 minus 9 minus 45. This gives us 34, correct? So 27 and 5 is 5 minus 15 minus 10 plus 27 is 17, right? Now this is 3 minus 9 is minus 6, minus 45 and minus 6 is minus 51. Now we divide each and every term by 34, so this gives us 1. 17 upon 34 gives us half. 7 minus 51 upon 34, we cancel with the table of 17, so 17 3s are 51, 17 2s are 34. This gives us x is equal to 1, y is equal to half, and z is equal to minus 3 by 2. This is how we solve. So we must formulate, if we have the given linear equation, then we must write that in standard form. The equation must be in the standard form. If we have two equations, then we will write a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. That is, if constants are on the left hand side, then we will shift them to the right hand side. Suppose the equation is like this, y is equal to 2x, so it cannot be written as y minus 2x is equal to 0. Actually, x must be first. So what we write, because while writing the column matrix of variables, we take x first, so we must take x first. So this will be written as either 2x minus y is equal to 0, or 2x minus y is equal to 0, or if you transpose y on that side, x in this side, so minus 2x plus y is equal to 0. That is same thing, but we must take care that first coefficient is of the first variable, the second coefficient is of the second variable, and the third must be of the third. Now we take a 2 by 2 equation, that is, we take two simultaneous equation in two variables, and we try to find the solution of that problem. So here we take question number 9 of exercise 4.6. We are given two simultaneous equation in two variables. The first one is 4x minus 3y is equal to 3. Second one is 3x minus 5y is equal to 7. So this can be represented as coefficient matrix 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3, 3 minus 5, 3 minus 5. The column matrix of variables is xy. The column matrix of constant is 3, 7. It can be written as, this is taken as A, this one is x, and this one is B. So Ax is equal to B, which gives us x is equal to A inverse B, where A is this matrix, and this is the capital X, and this is capital B. Now, the x is equal to A inverse B, that is, we need 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A. So we need, first of all, we find determinant of A. If it is non-zero, then only we proceed. So here determinant A is equal to 4 into minus 5 is minus 20 plus 9. Minus 20 plus 9 is minus 11, which is not equal to 0. So A inverse exists. So the system is consistent. System is consistent, and unique solution exists. Unique solution exists. Now the cofactors of the elements. When I find the cofactor of this element, I write A11 position. 1 plus 1 is 2, so it is positive. For this negative, for again 2 1 negative, 2 2 positive. When I find the cofactor of this, I eliminate this row and column. So this is the answer, minus 5. For this one, eliminate the row and column, 3, but sign will be negative, minus of 3. Likewise, we find all the cofactors. The cofactor matrix is minus 5, minus 3, 3, 4. Minus 5, minus 3, 3, 4. So adjoint A is the transpose of cofactor matrix. So transpose of this is minus 5, minus 3, and 3, 4. So A inverse is 1 upon determinant A adjoint A. We have a short trick. Simply, the determinant A is here actually minus 11. So 1 upon minus 11. What we do to find the adjoint of a 2 by 2 matrix, we interchange these two, minus 5, 4. So minus 5, 4, and we change the sign of these elements. So this will be minus 3 and this will be plus 3. So this will be minus 3 and this will be plus 3. Now from equation 1, x is equal to A inverse B, we put the value of x, that is xy. We put the value of A inverse 1 upon minus 11 times of this, and B is this. So now we multiply this with this. So this gives minus 5 into 3 plus 3 into 7. Minus 3 into 3 plus 4 into 7, that gives us minus 15 plus 21, that is plus 6. Minus 9 plus 28 is 19. Now we divide all the terms by minus 11. So it gives us minus 6 by 11 and minus 19 by 11. Finally, on comparing, we get x is equal to minus 6 by 11 and y is equal to minus 19 by 11. So this is how we find the solution of a system of linear equations. Mind it, I again remind you, don't divide here. When you find the A inverse, don't divide it here in this step. do it in the last step only to avoid calculations, big calculations, to avoid calculations in fractions. That is what we could have discussed. If you are given the system of linear equation already, then you just write it matrix form. And if you are given a word problem, then first define the variable, formulate the linear equations, then write in matrix form, then find determinant A. Determinant A must be non-zero, then only we proceed. And now write the cofactors to find the adjoint A, then find adjoint A. The A inverse is 1 upon determinant A times of adjoint A, and for the final solution x is equal to A inverse B. On comparing, we get x, y, z, and if it is a word problem, then answer must be given in words only. That's all about this. Thank you.